Ever wondered why you should be wary of overly nice people? Let's delve into the intrigue of over-niceness, a concept that may seem strange at first. For many of us, niceness is a virtue, but what happens when it crosses the line into being excessive or even manipulative? Over-niceness can be a red flag when it becomes a constant state of being. People who are always nice, always agreeable, may be hiding a more complex reality beneath the surface. Traits such as the martyr complex often come into play. This is where individuals sacrifice their own happiness and well-being to care for others, all the while harboring resentment and anger. Manipulation is another common trait, where the overly nice person uses their charm and kindness as a form of control or persuasion. They may appear selfless and giving, but it's often a calculated move to earn praise or appreciation. So it's important to understand that excessive niceness is not always genuine. Let's take a closer look at the martyr complex. This syndrome, more common than you might think, can make overly nice people a bit of a ticking time bomb. Those with a martyr complex often sacrifice their own happiness, health, and well-being, all to care for others. But while they put on a show of selflessness and servitude, a simmering pot of resentment bubbles away beneath the surface. They prioritize others' needs over their own, not out of pure altruism, but in a bid to be showered with appreciation and praise. Imagine a friend who always insists on picking up the tab at dinner, but then makes passive-aggressive comments about their financial struggles. They've chosen to bear a burden, but their sacrifice comes with an implicit demand for recognition and gratitude. This creates an unhealthy dynamic where their kindness feels more like a debt than a gift. People with a martyr complex often demand appreciation for their selflessness, which creates an unhealthy dynamic. But what about manipulation disguised as niceness? Now that's a thought worth exploring. Over-niceness can often be a cleverly crafted mask of manipulation. Let's take a look at how this plays out. For instance, consider the classic damsel in distress scenario. A woman might put on an overly sweet demeanor to persuade a helpful gentleman to come to her aid. Or think about the charming guy who always seems to say the right things. His nice guy act may be nothing more than a ruse to lure in a partner. Even in the innocence of childhood, we see this behavior. Picture a child with a wide, angelic smile, impeccably well-behaved, all in an attempt to negotiate a treat from an adult. Parents may even unintentionally encourage this behavior by rewarding their children for being good. These are all examples of bartering niceness for other perks and benefits. So it's evident that over-niceness can be a manipulative tactic used to gain advantages. Now let's examine why constant niceness can be a sign of dishonesty. When someone is always nice, it can often be a facade. You see, as humans, we experience a whirlwind of emotions, from joy and compassion to anger and despair. However, those who are overly nice suppress these so-called negative emotions, creating a false image of perpetual happiness. This suppression can lead to repressed feelings, which may eventually explode, causing distress and emotional turmoil. Moreover, this constant niceness is usually not honest. Overly nice individuals may lie to themselves and others to maintain their image, even if it means hiding their true feelings or opinions. This dishonesty, while intended to avoid conflict, can actually breed mistrust and resentment, especially in close relationships. It's like a ticking time bomb, where the truth is bound to explode, causing collateral damage. In conclusion, while niceness is a virtue, excessive niceness can often mask deeper issues and ulterior motives. So, it's always wise to observe and understand the intentions behind overly nice behavior.